Hello everyone, today I'm going to be taking a look at the Monster Import energy drink. This is a flavor that I am super curious about. Like, what's the difference between this and the regular Monster Energy? Now, one of those differences is the lid. The lid on this, they use some funky resealable lid that is apparently European according to the text on the back of the can. This text is decently cringy with the line, "If you can open and then close the can with one hand, you probably dated a lot when you were younger." Now, not to flex, but I've never been on a date myself, and I can still open and close this can with one hand, so checkmate, Monster. Now, the lid is resealable, but unfortunately it comes with a lot of its own problems, which I'm going to take a closer look at in the end once I've opened up the can. But speaking of the can, I actually love the design of this can. The colors combined with the really cool dragon thing behind the logo all mashes together really well and causes this to be one of the best looking cans in general in my opinion. Something that helps with that appearance is actually the size of the can. As you might have noticed, this can is taller than the regular Monster. The regular Monsters and regular energy drinks in general are 16 ounces, but this can is a strange 18.6 ounces, which is smaller than the Monster Mega line. Those are 24 ounces, but Monster Import costs the same amount of money. Now, you might be expecting that because the can is bigger here, there's more sugar than the original Monster, but in a plot twist that no one saw coming, you're wrong. There's actually only, and I'm using the word only lightly here, 49 grams of sugar, and that is still better than the original Monster's whopping 54 grams of sugar, but that's still not great. It also does happen to have less calories, having only 190 calories, and has a little bit more caffeine at 179 milligrams, which is a really strange number for caffeine. Looking at the lid, you might be really confused on how to open it, but it's actually surprisingly simple. Let me show you. First, you remove the sticker, and then you just simply push the little side tab forwards and the can opens. Shoot. So now that the can is open, I think we should give it a taste test. It tastes super similar to the regular Monster, although it's definitely less sweet, which is an improvement. It does still have the signature battery acid taste, but it does go down a little smoother because it has less carbonation and is overall a more enjoyable drinking experience. In the beginning, I mentioned that I had more to say about the lid, and I think right now is a good time to talk about it. The lid, while being cool in concept, has some notable blunders. The first issue is because of how small the opening is. The drink comes out so much slower. Here's a comparison between pouring the original and pouring import. As you can see, it is notably slower. As a side note, you can see that the pea coloring is still present and as unappetizing as ever. The other issue is more situation. I bought a can of this drink while I was researching just out of curiosity, and I took it in the car on a car ride with me. When I wasn't actively drinking, I had the lid sealed, and every time I went to open the lid, it would explode a little. The roads I was driving on were decently smooth. I wasn't driving on country roads or unpaved gravel roads or anything. And I know the simple solution for this is to just leave it unsealed, but then one of the main selling points for this drink is gone. The lid just feels like a solution looking for a problem. But even though the lid is a gimmick, Monster Import is still a better drink than the original. Is it overpriced? Yeah. Is the lid unnecessary? Absolutely. But is it still mediocre? Yeah. In my review of the original Monster, I gave it a 5 out of 10, and I feel like Monster Import deserves a 5.5 out of 10. It's just that little bit better. Speaking of my review of the original Monster, that's right up here. I think you should go give it a look.